Yes, sir. Come on. Amen.
Amen.
I wasn't prepared for this. I met Smiley in 2019. I was home one day. I just got back to the States. I was visiting my mother in Tangipahoa, and I was in the bathroom and I heard her scream. You know, she'd always scream when she was happy. The problem with that was I thought something was happening. So as I walked out the door in the hallway, I looked down and I could see the window. And I saw this tall guy walk by. And the first thing I thought was, he looked just like my grandfather on my daddy's side. But my grandfather had been dead for years, so I didn't catch myself. So I ran into the kitchen and I looked. And then she said, "This is my rich cousin from Baton Rouge." And from that day on, we were just like brothers. He was more of a father figure, as you all know. We talked almost sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And he would always give me some good advice. A lot of times he gave it to me when I needed it or not. But you know, I really, I loved him for that. And he was good he was doing a gynecology thing for my mother. And I guess about 4 years ago, we was talking. He said, Keith, I got something for you on your daddy's side. And all these years growing up, I always thought my uncle Otto and my Aunt Ruth was husband and wife. Until he said, you know Otto? And I said, yeah, I know. And we got to talking. He said, you realize that, he said, what's your grandmother's name on your daddy's side? And I said, O'Deal. He said, what's the last name? I said, Smith. He said, you ever put it together? And I said, no. He said, O's it? He said, let me get this straight. Mouton is a Smith. And I said, yeah. He said, O'Deal is a Smith. And I said, what they got to do? He said, you know they were sisters and brothers. Then he gave me a little list and showing me. And I don't know if you've ever seen the sale of a slave where they have a receipt. When I went to see him, he gave it to me. We was reading it, and he said, read the third or fourth line. So I read it. He said, see those two names? I said, yeah. He said, he told me which one, the 12-year-old or the 14-year-old was my grandmother's great-grandmother. And they were turned down to Smith. And I looked it up, and he was smart. And it was exactly like he said. And I wasn't, see, 11 of us, 13 kids. And my mother, my mother's side. So when I started telling my oldest sister and everybody, they kept saying, you joking. All these years we heard the old people talk. But for some reason I thought Aunt Ruth and Uncle Mouton was husband and wife, because he had been dead for years, to realize it wasn't that. So he really left a life lasting effect on me. Of course, retired too. So, and Gwen, I love you, and Smiley Jr. Yes, there was so much I wish I could have done with him, but I'm blessed and thank God that I guess 2 weeks ago I was down here, maybe I'm a little long because my memory is not that good, but I made a video of Good Smile, and I've been giving that to the whole family, so that was a blessing. And he was truly a good cousin. Thank you.
Amen, amen.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
As a brother-in-law, we have heard many good comments about Smiley. But Smiley is a unique person.